What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Party Wagon podcast. This week it's episode 8. Us four are getting together. We're going to be shooting the shit about Neca and how they are taking our tax money. We're going to have the ongoing conversation where we just can't figure out why Steven can't grow facial hair. That's going to be another main topic for today. And we'll just kind of see how we feel. Essentially, if you're not following along, Haulathon is launching this week into next week. And it's a lot of money if you collect all of the TMNT lines. So there's going to be a lot going on there, and your credit card, your debit card, whatever it is going to be hit hard. But thankfully, we've got Justin and Steven here today who already picked up their Haulathon stuff. We've got Nick and myself on the right side here that have not picked up anything from Haulathon. So they know what's going on. We don't have any idea how much our wallets are going to be on fire yet. So let's just jump right into it. The real topic is, are you stoked that they dropped everything all at once, or should they have spaced it out? I already know the people's takes on it, so I'm going to start with Steven.
Oh, I'm super excited they dropped everything at once. When they haven't dropped anything in the last couple months, that's when I saved my money to prepare for something like this. And now I'm super excited. I'm going to take some time to unbox the figures, put them in my display, and arrange them the way I want. So to answer your question, Gary, yes, I'm super excited, and I'm super glad they did this.
All right.
How about you, Gary? How about the rest of the guys?
Oh, let me go last because I've got a lot. I've got a mouthful. Let's ask okay. Justin, because I know Justin has a different take as well.
Yeah, I have a very different take. I did get a whole bunch of the stuff today. Some for me, some for other people. But no, I mean, if you have a lot of money, then it's a good thing, because then you can more or less afford it. But I don't know, like, I think for the average person has to be really picky and choose, especially right now with just in general with the way the world's going. But I was fortunate enough to be able to figure it out. It was not easy for me to be able to get everything that I got today.
Yeah, you had to make sacrifices in your collection, right? You had to let stuff go in order to afford it.
I have to get rid of stuff in order to, basically catch up with what I got today. So, I like that I was able to get it all in one swoop. Yeah, that's great. But I don't think the average person can do that. You know what I mean? And like you just said, I had to give up certain things in my collection. And I could have planned ahead, and I could have had money put aside and all that. Neca does this every year this time, or every time this year. And I mean, it was Haulathon before it was TargetCon and everything. To me, like, we can expect it, but most of us aren't prepared for it.
Yeah, and if it's not an event, we have to front our money on pre-orders and then wait 9 months to get the product. So like because last year was Haulathon, and then the year before that, I don't think they did anything. They just did normal drops, because that's when we got like the Rat King and Vernon, and then in April we got the pre-orders for the rest of the figures, like a lot of 3 2-packs, maybe 4 2-packs, I think. So yeah,
right.
we knew something like this was coming, and it's up to us to save. So I want to throw it to Nick, because Nick is kind of like, he's kind of like the new guy when it comes to this, right? Like Nick doesn't do a lot of the NECA things as like the rest of us do. We're all like super completionists. Nick has self-control. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I try to be a completionist with the tune line, but recently slowed down with that because I don't have a Target near me. It's about like a 3, almost 4-hour drive for me. So with them dropping it all at once, it's kind of not too big of a difference for me, since I usually have to space it out, order it online, or buy it from someone in the group or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I hate that they put it on, because most people can't really afford it all at once. But I kind of get that it's kind of an event type thing. That's why they do it. But
yeah. Well, thankfully, March 3rd, you'll be able to order them online if you need to, right? Target.com's going to have them up. Yeah. That's a good thing. Super excited about that. Look, he's got the Rex 1 over there. $50 for Rex 1.
That's going to kill me.
I love Rex. So I've been wanting him a lot for a long time.
Yeah.
You and I both. That's why
I still don't look at him and see $50.
Yeah, so Rex 1 is one we've all been waiting for. Cover art done by Aaron Hazori, one of our good friends. He did art on some of these, which is pretty awesome.
He did art on a lot of
Mighty Hog
these.
and Rhino Man, which I've done customs of, which I'm super stoked on. But I'm pretty excited for him. What we got? Yeah, Mighty Hog, Rhino Man, the Tall Thug and Short Thug. I think it was. Was it So that one right there. Aaron did the art for that one for Grunt and Jersey Red, which is cool as hell. And then I think he did Tall Thug and Short Thug, which was pretty cool. Dopey and whatever the hell they're called. And he didn't do the art for those ones. He didn't do the Dirk Savage one, but I'll give you my hot take on everything, right? So there's a good. I think he did that too. There's a positive. I think there's like a silver lining here, right? So we all are looking at spending $700. At the end of the day, if you're buying you're looking at $700 if you want to get everything that dropped. You've got the Archie Comics line, you've got the Usagi stuff, or the stuff. It's one goddamn thing. You got the Mirage line, you got the Toon line, stuff like that. We can all admit that we're really after the accessory set. That's our main grab, right? And Zog. Zog is another big one. That big, hold on real quick. Justin, for the people that are watching this, Zog, show Zog, turn it sideways and show it how big it is compared to another box. Look at this fucking box.
It's enormous.
Look at this.
This is the giant forearm shredder, right?
Right.
That thin. You put it up next to Zog, and he ain't nothing.
Yeah, it's insane.
Man.
It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, Zog is massive. This dude's got to weigh 4 or 5 pounds by himself.
Yeah, that thing's insane. So I'm excited about Zog, and thankfully we just need to get one of them. But anyway, to really talk about it, right? When it comes down to what we're gonna be like, what we're thinking about, right? $700, a lot of money all at once. For me, I'm definitely on the fence. I see both sides of it, right? So on one hand, I'm really excited because I don't have to worry about hunting each one of these down one by one. Because back in the day before everybody started collecting this stuff, it was 1-2 pack at a time when it was just the Style Guide Brothers, the Bebop and Rocksteady and stuff like that. And you knew the date. They released on a Friday. You knew when to go in and get them. But you had to like try to hunt to find them because you only get like 1 or 2 in a box. It was insane. So I can
tell you my shipment today had 3 of the black and white Usagis. They had 3 accessory sets. They had 3 of these Zogs, and they had 5 of everything else,
Right.
like across the board. They had 3 big boxes that came in. I got to look through the boxes right after they came out of the bag, so nobody else got to go through them. So I mean, that's what my store got.
Yeah, that's interesting because my store didn't get 5 of each. They got 3 of each.
Yeah, and I'm hearing 2 to 3 of the accessory sets have been showing up in a lot of these instances.
Right. So I'm guessing that those are the 2 styles of shipment that are going out: the 2-box and the 3-box shipments.
Right. So I mean, at the end of the day, the question was like, are we stoked that they're dropping it all at once, or should we want them to wait longer in between drops? And you know, when it comes down to the money, it's a lot of money. But
it's a lot of money.
But we all know Steven very well in our group chat, and this dude loves getting new things all the time. So you have to also look at the Stevens of the world who are getting this big drop of all these figures, and now he's gonna have to wait 6 months for the next thing, and he's gonna be itching to get more stuff. I'm serious, like it's literally how it is. For me, I find myself buying doubles. So if I am itching to buy stuff, I will buy another set. Like I do trades for doubles and triples when there's not stuff releasing. I just got a Baxter and Splinter set the other day, like in a trade because I wanted a 3rd set for some stupid reason because I'm just haven't got it in over a year. So I think it's a good idea for them to do it because it's tax return season, and NECA's literally just stealing our tax return at this point. If you got $700 back, but who knows?
Yeah, the business model it makes total sense. Like it's brilliant on their end to do it.
Yeah, for me, I've got the money to do it. I'm still going to charge it. $700 is still a lot to eat. You know, that's a big amount of money you got to take out of your bank account if you're saving for it, and it hurts to see it go. So I'm going to Target red card that shit, save 5%, get a little bit of money back. It'll make me feel better. I get a free Zog out of it or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, definitely use your Target Circle because my Target Circle jumped. I checked my wallet like right after, and I went up like $12 in my Target Circle.
That's some extra money.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah,
See, here's
anytime
the
you
thing.
can find a discount, absolutely utilize it.
Yeah,
Here's the
definitely.
thing. Like I said earlier, I put the money to aside when NECA didn't drop anything. For so moments like this, it it wasn't an issue for me, right? Say $50 a month, $75 a month for all those
Right.
dead months. But what's really gonna bother me is if next week or 2 weeks from now they're gonna be dropping the dios or other figures that we're gonna have to pre-order. I think that is what will kill it for people.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I don't think they do that. I honestly don't think that they will. They probably won't hit us with anything new. To be completely
Well, I
honest.
mean, if you look at last year, there was Holothon drop, and then for 3 weeks straight, there was pre-orders for the VHS packs for Zack and Smash, like Crooked Ninja Turtle game. So they did that last year.
Yeah. Well, that was for the summer geek out. Wasn't for Holothon. Zack and Smash and the Crooked Ninja was for the summer event. It was not for so Holothon. Remember, was Toka and Razar for international. We got the Bebop and Rocksteady, the metal versions of those. Super Bebop, Mighty Rocksteady. We got Fugitoid, and
We did.
So I'm looking at my NECA account. So in February, we had Zack and Smash. And then we also
you're saying
had-
when we pre-ordered them? Yeah, we pre-ordered them, and then we got them literally a week after they hit targets.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I forgot
And
that wasn't one of those drops like what was it the Wingnut and Screw Loose when they did those. You can order them on the website, and then they
Right.
showed up a week, like literally a week after we ordered them, and the next day they were in Target. So then we're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So my gut feeling is they're going to be releasing more things that they're going to be pre-orders for.
Right.
See, well, my thought is with the Holothon is what they'll do is they'll put some stuff up on a website, and then next week they'll put some more stuff up on on the website. You know what I mean? Do them in 2 or 3, 4 maybe at a time, and
Possibly.
kind of divvy it up over the course of it. My worry is kind of along what Steven was saying. Is I was looking at the checklist that the NECA checklist, and as much as that just dropped, there's still so much on that it's just not out there yet. And my worry is similar to where if they all of a sudden decide to be able to start dropping into the other Last Ronin brothers, the other the Foot Soldiers, the other Shredders, like they started getting into dropping that, then I think we're in for a much deeper hole.
Yeah,
And
the Ronin stuff I think is
scary.
summer though. I'll tell you now, the Ronin, like the extra, like the Leo, Donnie, Raph, and stuff like that. That's more of a summer drop. I can.
What
They
about
could be
I-
dropping off the Donnie, the Space Donnie and Usagi
Oh yeah,
here
for the
soon
June
too.
line.
Then was it a Giant Napoleon? I think it is.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
on the
Who is it?
horizon too. Yeah, he is close. Good call on that one.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, NECA, give me a moment to recoup some money before I can give you any more.
Yeah, because I know if I was a betting man, Nick made a good point. I think that giant I think it is Napoleon, the big frog, the beast one. That will probably be May. If I was the guess, right? I feel like that would be like a May drop. Because Nick always has like a spring, like a late spring drop as we go into summer. There's gonna be something.
Well, and we still got Kino that's going to be coming out. I'm sure he'll be coming out solo and with the scooter. I'm pretty positive they'll do that in 2 totally different sets.
We'll
just
probably get a
because they can.
signature edition of it.
Right. Oh, I can almost bet that we're getting a signature edition of that for sure.
They're gonna do a Kino figure like they did the black and white Usagi or something like that.
Black and white
That'd be pretty
Kino.
cool.
Brothers, the Mod Brothers, the Bros are going to be released too this year.
Oh,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
Mirage, the Jim Lawson Turtles. You're right. You got a 4-pack of
Awesome.
the Lawson Turtles.
Yeah, so I mean, just based off of what we've already talked about, we got between Brothers and movie figures and other cartoons and Archie stuff still, like, that's like another 15 figures. That scares me.
And the Comic-Con exclusive. We don't even know what that's going to be. We got to remember there's going to be a Comic-Con 4-pack, and then there's a possibility always of a New York Comic-Con 4-pack.
Street style turtles. No.
If I
Oh,
Probably see that.
I'll make a prediction right now, and I don't know any inside information. My my prediction is that they're gonna do those Jim Lawson Mirage Turtles in black and white for one of the Comic Cons. I mean, they did it before. You know, homage to the old stuff. Like, you know, Steven sent me the 2008 ones. I wonder if they'll do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope so, because then I don't have to buy them.
They're not going to re-release those molds.
No, not the old ones. The new ones. Definitely the new ones. I'm saying they'll pay homage.
Like just black and white style.
Yeah. They'll do the Lawson Turtles that we're getting, but black and white style. And they are going to do a 4-pack of the Lawson Turtles, so you don't have to go hunting down each turtle. Guaranteed 4-pack on that with accessories. I think that's what they're moving forward. Always going to do 4-packs.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, because the 2-pack thing, people like with the style guides were looking for Raph and Mikey and couldn't find them. They still remain to this day one of the more expensive sets.
Yeah, someone on my Instagram like posted that they had them for sale today for like $90, which isn't bad.
I saw that.
In today's market for them, 90's not bad at all.
90's a good price. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's keep talking about Haulathon, but I have a new topic that I know you guys have an answer to, and I'm going to start with Nick. Out of everything that dropped, 2 questions. Which one don't you like the most? Like, which one is not a figure that you just don't like? And it could be the same as question number 2. What figure are you not picking up, or figures?
So the one I don't like the most, gonna have to say it's gonna be that Ronin, the red and black Ronin. I mean, they could have done black and white and made it look better, but red and black, I don't know. I just don't like the look of it. That'll probably be one I don't pick up. I probably won't pick up quite a few of them. I think I may only get 3, maybe 4 of the figures.
Yeah, but are you gonna
anything
have FOMO?
out of this?
Are you gonna have FOMO if you don't pick them up?
Maybe later on, but as of now, I've kind of taken a break from the Toon line, so I'll probably stick away from those 2-packs for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be around.
Who knows? They might go up on AliExpress.
Yeah, they'll be around. You'll be able to get them in the group or something. But
yeah.
So what about you, Steven? What are the 2?
I'm agreeing with Nick here. The Ronin for me. I'm not collecting the Archie line, so for both of your questions, the Ronin for sure, and then the Archie line.
Yeah, and you've already bought your stuff, so you didn't pick up the Archie line stuff, so you're golden. You already know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Justin.
I can't stand that Ronin figure. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the black and white was definitely the way to go with that. I thoroughly believe that was a shot in the dark, and it didn't stick. I don't know a lot of people that have looked at it and gone, that's the figure I wanted. Like, as far as the one I most like, I'm actually like looking through here, and baby turtles aside, accessory set aside, just based on like the figures and the 2-packs, I'm caught between Man Ray. There's just something about him.
Yeah,
he's just I love him. But I'm caught between him and Zog. And the thing with Zog is he's so detailed, and he's so he's just so big.
It's a big dude. It's a big figure.
He is, and I look at him, and I, doing the photography thing, I look at him and I go, you're going to be awesome for photos. Same thing with Man Ray, and I think they're all great. The Shredder came out great. I mean, they're all great.
What's Zog's size to a Triceraton?
What?
Way bigger. Gary told me
Way
I can't.
Bigger.
So I can't grab one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting down for this one.
Like this.
Go to the group, go to the party wagon, and we'll make Justin open them up and post photos.
I probably will be. Well, they're all getting open for sure. Yeah, I love my figure.
Yeah. So.
But
yeah, for me,
I want to be specific on this, because what shocks me is I didn't intend on collecting the Archie line, and somehow or another, Man Ray from the Archie line has become my favorite, even over like the Slash. I like Man Ray more than Slash.
Right.
But anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out, because I didn't intend on getting to the Archie line either, but he's managed to become my favorite.
Right. Yeah, so I'll throw a wrench in this whole thing. For me, it's Jaguar because I have no attachment to the Archie line when it comes to like the characters and such. Obviously, Man Ray is Ray Fillet, and we all know Slash and everything. But yeah, Jaguar and Dreadmon. Dreadmon's not out yet, but Jaguar, I have like no attachment to. So it's like for me, it's like that's one that I don't like the most, right? Because that will also copy into. I could pass on it if I wanted to, just because it's fine. I'm collecting the whole Archie line, but I don't need to really push myself to get that figure right off the bat because I know it'll be around when I want it. And personally, I want to get Jaguar and Dreadmon together. It's kind of bummer that I only get one right now.
But, right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but to your point about that, we'll talk about that Ronin real fast. I love all the Ronins. Like I bought 2 of each already. I have them displayed different ways. I painted one with blood. I just love that figure. I love the mold. Everything about it's great. What I think they should have done is not gone the way they did with this one. You said the black and white would have been awesome. Oscar did an amazing custom on one. He did a white with black accents on it. Looks great. It's in the style of like these ones that they've done with like the special edition ones. Like it looks awesome. But what I think they should have done was did that style when it comes to the color. They should have done red with black accents or black with red accents. Instead, they painted it black, it looks like, and then they dry brushed it with red. They did a weird paint job over it. I would have liked the harsh lines like we have in the Toon stuff. We've got these harsh cuts in like the shirt with like the lines and everything, and there's no dry brushing on this, and I love that. I don't know why they did that. It almost seems like I feel like they just phoned that one in. I would have loved harsher lines on it. I'm still a big fan of it. I love the Ronin stuff, and I'm a sucker for it, but I'm kind of bummed the way that they painted that one up.
Yeah.
The box is cool, and I don't know if anybody's checked yet, but remember the Ronin box art lines up, each side. I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen anybody line it up yet. I'm still waiting.
I was gonna do that, but I got 2 of my Ronins off AliExpress, so those boxes came a bit smashed. So I just said, screw it, I'm not doing that.
I didn't even look. Like that totally escaped. I wonder if that's in the series.
Yeah, I'd have to look. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't been able to get them here yet in New York. I'll definitely check it out as soon as I get them. But yeah, I know what you mean, Nick. I have 4 Ronins, and I can't remember why. I have a 5th. I have 4 boxes, 2 of each, but there's a 5th box floating around here, and I don't know why. I can't remember why I have a 5th box for a Ronin.
Oh, I'm sure it's a custom down the road at some point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe he got a secret drop from somebody. Ha
No, I'm genuinely looking at this, and I don't know why I have 2 Ronins.
He doesn't know.
Because you went to the store and they didn't have anything else except for that Ronin, and you were like, I have to buy something.
I don't know why. Oh no, I have 5 Ronins. I do have 5 Ronins. The other one's like it's like hidden in my display. No, I had Best Buy credit. I had $15 in like Best Buy credit from using my credit card, and it was going to expire at the end of December. And I'm like, I don't know what I want. And then the Ronin came in stock, so I just bought that. So I got a 5th Ronin. I forgot that I bought one. So yeah, I have 5 Ronins.
There you go.
I have 2 sexy Ronins and then 3 armored. Yeah, 2 sexy, 3 armored.
So for the people who actually stayed on this long, I just want to mention, if you call Targets to see if they have anything in stock and you give them a DCPI or UPC number, it's more than likely not going to show up because it's a vendor stocked item. Unfortunately, you have to go there and take a look.
Right. And to counteract that, let me counteract that. That might not apply to every Target, because in my local Targets, I'm allowed at one of them to go into the back room and get stuff out because they don't have a rep. They didn't have anything today, and then I had them check their PDA, and their PDA specifically said that it's coming through FedEx and it will be delivered on the 26th. That's literally what it said in their PDA. I went to another Target that is the one that my friend, I had a friend that's been, she's been a friend for 20 years, and she's a rep now for NECA, or just in general. She's a standard rep, but she handles the NECA section. She said that it might be showing up soon. I went there. They couldn't find it in the back room. They checked their PDA, had the same message. And I'm in the middle of New York State. So, I mean, to each their own. On the added note, they're supposed to be, when the NECA reps show up, they're supposed to be scanning these into the register, like into the target inventory now. So not all of them are doing it, but they've been supposed to doing they've been supposed to doing it. They've been told they have to do it. Moving forward, I don't know if they're doing it or not. So Steven's probably at like a 70% right, or I'm at a 30%. Where I'd say most of the time you're gonna get your shit out of luck if you try that thing. They got to go out back and grab that stuff. And
see, here's the thing, Gary. I've been told last year that they're supposed to scan it into inventory, and they never do.
Yeah. I know my friend does. My friend Kim does. So and that's why, it's crazy. It takes forever, but when I start the NECA section for free, like I'm not scanning shit in.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think that just depends on your location, whether or not the employee is going to do it. Because if they're supposed to do it, doesn't mean that they're all going to do it. But that also doesn't mean that they're all not going to do it. You know what I mean? That's based off the individual.
Yeah, they don't get paid a lot of money to do that.
Friday. Gut feeling. If I was a betting man, you'll get them tomorrow.
And by the way, tip for anybody that is going out hunting: make friends with the people that you're talking to. Talk to them like don't treat them like people, because they are doing a job.
Right.
And you know what I mean. Like the nicer you are to them, the more liable they are to be nice to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. That's just the way the world works, or should work anyway.
All the secrets away. Come on.
I'm a lot more secret than that.
Yeah, like I'll tell you guys right now, my experience less than 3 hours ago, I went to a Target. I don't know they got new employees for some reason. I don't know who the hell they are. And I stopped in yesterday. I talked to them a little bit, and they were super nice. And I went back today, and like you can see Nick's got his Foot Clan jacket on. I'm wearing my Turtles '84 jacket, and I've got the Pedro. Pedro on. So like they know turtles are my thing. So I walked up and I was like, "Hey man, I'm here to bother you again." So I'm already breaking the ice. I'm like, "I'm here to bother you," just joking around. And, we jump in, and I was like, I know they're on their way or they're here. I don't know, man. But like I'll tell you right now, I said I do toy photography. I love these things, and I just want to get them. I really want to grab them if they're here. And the vendor is a friend of mine, and she's unable. She's on disability right now, so she can't do it. I was like, "Is there anything you can do?" Yeah, the toy. There's one of my photos. And I was like, "Is there anything we can do to make this happen?" And I'm just super nice about it. And I didn't say it exactly like that, because for me that kind of sounds salesman, but. As long as you just talk to people, just be nice. I always tell people, build bridges, don't burn them. Like, legitimately do that. It's not that hard. People have this weird stigma that the Target employees steal that stuff, and then they use it. Like, let's be real. Target.
Most of them don't care. Yeah. Most of them really just don't care.
They don't give a shit, and the attrition's so high in retail that I always see different people every time I go. It's always someone new, unless it's like a lifer, and then we're good. So it's like, it's really frustrating when that stuff happens. So the stigmas are kind of gone in that situation. And I would definitely just say, build bridges, talk with people. If you're in the community or the party wagon, get a buddy that's in your area. See if there's anybody in your area. I have a couple of friends around here who can't hunt. I always let them know where stuff is. Always. I know, and I'll bring this up just because it's kind of top of mind. There are people that get sour. People get pretty pissed when they aren't the first ones to get things. Other people are getting them and stuff like that. And, as my fiance said, that's just the name of the game. Like, if you're going to put in the work, you're going to get stuff first. That's how it is. So don't get mad if someone else gets something in your area before you do, if they're putting in more work, or buddy up with them.
Yeah. I have a lot of people that get mad at me because I don't tell them where I get my stuff. And, it's nothing personal against anybody when that happens. Like, I don't tell anybody in general where I get my stuff. And it's just because in the future, I like being able to go back to that same store and get stuff. Plus, you never know who's watching in these groups. There are lots of people that watch in groups like, hey, where is this hitting? Let me hit that store and grab everything I can possibly grab. Where I used to live, I used to tell people my locations. And it happened every time. All of a sudden, my area's got stuff going up in the marketplace through people that I told where where stuff was. I'm not saying everybody does that because not everybody is like that. But there are people like that. There are people like that in the group that play like they're there to, be whatever. But that's specifically why I don't give away my locations.
Yeah, it's good to give you a general a general vicinity. Like, hey, I'm in, like for me, I'm in Central New York. I'm in the Central New York area. I'm not in New York City, not in Western New York, Northern New York. So like, I'm in Central. I'm in the goddamn middle of New York. So, people ask me, I'll either say Central New York or I'll say Syracuse because we have 4 targets in Syracuse with a bunch around us. So thankfully, we have a lot of targets. So we ain't got to worry about, people swinging in. But on top of that, I'm really good with it. Like, I'm always going to get stuff before everybody else does because I always go on my lunch. I always go on after work. I do the work. I put in the legwork. And then the people that are around me, I make the joke to get the scraps. But there was so much product out there. There's 3 to 5 or 3 to 5 of each item dropping. Like, I've been seeing it. Like, everybody's good. Like, there's no reason. If you're really that upset, then just wait till March 3rd. You're going to be able to order them online. There's plenty of stuff.
Because people got screwed because they didn't get the product.
Let's see. Well, that was another thing that like I was getting comments on today. It's like everybody's going, "Oh, you're taking all of this and that." Well, I didn't take all of this and that. I took one of each thing. I didn't even end up getting the doubles of the gang members, which I kind of still want to get, but it's just expensive. But we've already covered the expensive portion of it. The only extra thing I got was an accessory set, and I'm not even keeping that. That's going to somebody
for another group member who personally asked if we could find one. That's simple as that. And
I'm hearing probably 5, 6, 11, 300 people ask, for the accessory sets since.
Yeah.
And believe me, there's already a list for it.
Yeah. I gotta grab some extras myself, man. Like, it's just how it is. I gotta send stuff to the TMNT collector. And like, when I say send stuff, he asks for 2 figures. That's it. It's like, hey, if you find these, can you send them to me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, 100%.
Here's the thing with this drop. I honestly took almost all the tunes. I hate to say it, but I'm collecting them. I'm not here to flip them. It's for my own personal use. So, So I would be pissed because I went 5 different targets at 10 o'clock. If somebody walks in at 11 o'clock because a Neca rep went out there and stocked them, I'm not getting all my figures, right? So I can see why people get mad, especially in this drop, like I just said, because if somebody wants a collection like I have, they're going to be screwed because I got it from all that store.
Yeah.
So I can see the pros and cons to people getting upset, right?
Yeah. So, I can see everybody getting mad, but at the end of the day, in the past 2 years, how hard has it been to get anything?
Not very
hard.
Like, it's really not. You can probably walk into a Target right now and still find a Channel 6 news set.
Yes.
No, I can find you 3 right now.
Those are exclusive Comic-Cons that got a little bit trickled out to Target. Like, honestly.
Well, okay, since we're sitting here talking about this, let's also cover the fact that Black and White Usagi is already on AliExpress. He's expensive, but he's there.
Yeah, $68, but he's there. Which he's one of the rare ones. We haven't seen anything pop on AliExpress since the Dark Turtle. So something has been going on overseas. I was
gonna say, I think now when I look on their website, they blur out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and the Last Ronin logo. They blur that out.
Yeah. Well, the first rumor I heard was every Target's only getting 1 Black and White Usagi. Well, there was 3 in my shit.
My Target had 2.
Right, and if he's on AliExpress, I don't see him being the super rare. He's accessible. Let's say that.
Yeah, and if you plan on missing the Target release and then the Target.com release, and you're like, well, AliExpress is my last bastion, those always drop. Like, they will go down to about $32 or something plus shipping. So you might pay your premium might be $9, but then they'll go back up. That's just when they become more scarce, they'll go back up. So just play your cards right and wait, or keep an eye on the groups. People will be selling them. People will be trading them, because what always happens is people buy a lot of these figures for trade bait, and they're gonna want older stuff that you might have sitting around.
Right. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. When NECA said the Mouser sets were going up, Baxter's my favorite character, so naturally I was buying a bunch of Mouser sets. I ended up getting 7 of the Mouser sets from him. I was so mad that 3 months later, 4 months later, you could find them on AliExpress, and now they're like $35 or $40 on AliExpress.
They're $22 plus shipping right now.
Okay, so yeah, I haven't looked.
I think
So
they're
if
cheaper.
I-
They're cheaper than we paid for them retail.
Oh, way cheaper.
Because it was like $40 plus shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I think were they 40 or 45?
They're 40. $39.99 sounds about right.
Okay. Either way, I know I could have gotten them for a lot cheaper had I waited. And the
Right.
Foot Soldier that was at one point $79 on AliExpress is now like what, 21 or something.
Yeah. Just
So, I
just,
mean-
just wait it out. Stuff does go down. It doesn't always go down, but it does go down.
Right. But sometimes shipping it's a ton of money. Like what's the last SDCC drop? What 4-pack was that?
It was wasn't that the Channel 6 news set?
No, it was
No, the whole on it was the
Mutation.
pre-mutation.
yeah,
pack.
Oh
mutation.
yeah. Well, I'm off a whole year. Holy shit! It's been even longer for that one set. But the Holothon 4-pack of the Style Guide Brothers is up there for like $500.
I was $480
Yeah.
is what I saw the last time I looked.
So
Crazy.
sometimes it's
Look at
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, Gary or Justin or Nick, what do you think? Do you think NECA's gonna pull something like the pre-orders? I know we talked about it a little bit, but what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think they're gonna do it?
I don't.
Okay.
I think
Well,
too much work, too many errors. I think they're done with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think if they did anything like that with a pre-order, they should do like a crowdfund so we can get some sort of blimp.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I mean, they did that with Spirit of Splinter. It's called Loot Launcher. You had to fund it, and if it didn't hit its goal, you weren't getting the Spirit of Splinter in the loot crate. Like that was how that went. It was called Loot Launcher, and I passed on it 3 times.
Is that
But
why
now I'm getting it.
Well, and that's what makes Spirit of Splinter. A lot of people don't realize that directly is what makes Spirit of Splinter so rare.
Yeah,
Is because he was a pre-funded figure that not that many people got in on.
I've got one coming finally. I don't want it, but I had a good opportunity to get it, and I'm just going to complete the shelf.
There you go.
Yeah.
Promo.
So,
He's a cool figure. I just not for that price. I mean,
Yeah.
he's really cool. I would love to use him for photos for sure.
Hopefully, we'll finish
But-
up my spirited blue man group Splinter here for the Toon line sometime soon.
Maybe Blue Splinter looks great.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But anyway, we are at like a 37-minute mark. We're just going to wrap this up so y'all don't have to listen to us rambling anymore. We'll be back next week. Keep an eye out because we are going to be filming an episode this Sunday with the Mad Hatter Reviews YouTube channel. Nier is going to come join us as We Have Amazing Friends. And we are going to get him on. I'll get it recorded, and then we'll release it the following Monday because we do it every 2 weeks on We Have Amazing Friends. We're also coming up with some new fun ideas just to get some more content out there. And if you missed the Holothon stuff the other day, we posted something yesterday that it was just me, so go check that out. And we just appreciate you coming in, giving us a like, subscribing if you can, get all that jazz. So I appreciate you guys jumping in. Thank you all as always. We'll do this again next week.
Thank you, Kawabunga.
Oh, you nerd. Well,
Yeah,
I promise you
man.
next week we'll solve the reason Steven can't grow a beard. I promise you.
All right.
Oh, we forgot that.
I'll see you.
Later.